Yo, what's good, peeps? I'm gonna take a look at 5 of my favorite Simpson games of all time, so make sure you keep it locked.
Number 5.
Yo, if I can remember correctly, Bart vs. the Space Mutants is probably the first Simpsons game I recall playing as a youngster on the NES, and whilst it may look dated in 2017, this game literally brings back so many great memories. As you can tell, you play as Bart Simpson, and by the looks of things, a large amount of Space Mutants have come to take over Springfield, with Bart being the only one for some reason to stop them. The game plays out like a typical side-scrolling platformer on the NES, and while both the game and the console were known for being relatively difficult amongst fans, this is considered definitely one of the best Simpson games to date, which is even more impressive when you consider that this came out originally in 1991.
Number 4.
Yo, up next, The Simpsons, also known as The Simpsons Arcade, which is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game that came out in the early days of 1991. This game was exclusively designed for the arcades due to the fact that no home consoles had the kind of power that was required to run this game. Despite this, the game managed to do incredibly well, and not only is it considered one of the best Simpson games of all time, but also one of the best beat-em-up arcade titles have ever been released. When it came to the gameplay, it had the usual beat-em-up style of picking from a number of characters like Homer, Bart, Marge and Lisa, and effectively beat the life out of anyone that came your way. Even though the game may have a story that is incredibly forgettable, the overall gameplay made it an incredible title for the Simpsons brand.
Number 3.
Yo, Bart's Nightmare was a similar title to that of Bart vs. the Space Mutants, where you play as Bart Simpson in a side-scrolling version of Springfield. The game starts out with Bart falling asleep at his desk as he makes a start on his homework, which leads to his own nightmare, and it's your job to get him out of this as soon as possible. Filled to the brim with Simpson characters we all know and love, along with aesthetics that may not look quite as stunning in regards to what we have today, but in terms of the retro title, it manages to keep it looking pretty well over the years. Originally, this game was released for the Super Nintendo in 1992. This right here is a Simpson game that deserves a place on this particular list. Even when I was recording this game for this countdown video list, all these great nostalgic memories came flooding back to me. Many might not actually like this game, but for me personally, this is certainly one of my favorite Simpson games of all time.
Number 2.
Yo, The Simpsons game released around the same time as the first ever Simpsons movie, and it led to the game selling incredibly well, but it also helped the fact that the game was getting more serious traction at the time for all it had been doing. As far as the Simpsons games go, this one followed the same formula as the family getting launched into a whole heap of mess that only the Simpsons could find themselves getting into. The Simpsons played out as a 3D action platformer and had the players enjoying a variety of different locations that Simpson has found himself in over the years, such as Land of Chocolate. Regardless of age, any fan of The Simpsons had this game back when it was released on PlayStation 2, and this game still pretty much holds up really well in 2017.
Number 1.
Yo, in my honest opinion, no list of the best Simpson games should not be without one game that anyone could load up right now and still have more fun than some of the games that have come out in nearly 15 years after Hit and Run originally released. Some coin it as Grand Theft Auto for the Simpsons universe, and just one quick look at the gameplay would explain exactly why you would come to that conclusion. In the Simpsons Hit and Run, you find yourself playing as numerous members of the Simpsons family, and even those that aren't like Apu, and set off to do missions for a myriad of different Simpsons characters. Some of these missions have you racing around Springfield to get the errands done on time, or maybe you just feel like hijacking some poor fella's car and running down every single post box that you come across. There are lots to love in this one Simpsons game, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that it's my number 1 on this list, because in my personal opinions, in the eyes of many Simpson fans and gamers alike, this game is absolutely incredible. Anyway peeps, thanks for taking the time out to sit through my very quick rundown of my favorite 5 Simpson games of all time. Do let me know in the comments below if you agree with my list or what was your favorite Simpsons game of all time, and definitely jot it down. If you enjoyed this quick rundown of my 5 favorite Simpson games, do hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. And until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. subscribe button for more cool Orbit gameplay videos.